Life is not easy. Life is very hard, man. And the moment you stop pretending it's supposed to be easy, everything changes. Because life isn't here to hand you happiness. It's here to shape you, test you, and see how bad you really want it. Every morning, the world wakes up and doesn't care how you feel. It cares about what you do. You can cry, you can complain, but the truth is simple. Only action changes things. Only discipline creates transformation. Life doesn't get easier. You get stronger. People talk about success like it's some magic formula, but let me tell you the truth. Success is built on sleepless nights, broken hearts, and moments where you feel completely alone. It's when you want to quit but don't. It's when no one believes in you and you still move forward. The ones who rise aren't the smartest or the luckiest. They're the ones who refuse to give up when everything falls apart. When life hits you, don't ask, why me? Ask, what now? Because the difference between winners and victims isn't what happens to them, it's how they respond. Winners take pain and turn it into power. They take rejection and use it as redirection. You think the champions you admire had it easy. No, they've cried in silence. They've failed more times than you've even tried. But every scar became their armor. Every fall became their fuel. You see, comfort is the enemy of growth. You don't become stronger sitting in a safe zone. You grow when life knocks you down and you stand up again. The fire that burns inside you must be stronger than the obstacles that surround you. Don't wait for life to calm down, master the storm. Don't wait for the perfect moment, create it in chaos. That's where warriors are born. Every setback is an invitation to rise higher. Every disappointment is a test of faith. Life is not trying to break you, it's trying to reveal what's inside you. You want a powerful life. Then stop avoiding the hard days. Stop running from discomfort. Embrace it. Because pain is temporary, but pride, the pride of knowing you didn't quit, that lasts forever. So when life gets F-kicking hard, smile, because that's your signal. It means you're growing. It means you're being prepared for something greater. The struggle you're in today is building the strength you'll need tomorrow. Keep moving. Keep fighting. Because life doesn't reward the comfortable. It rewards the courageous. Stop expecting life to be easy. Greatness is born in resistance, not comfort. That sentence alone can change everything about how you live, how you fight, and how you grow. Because the moment you stop expecting life to be smooth, predictable, and painless, you finally start living in reality, not fantasy. The truth is, the path to greatness was never meant to be easy. It's meant to test you, stretch you, and forge you into someone capable of carrying the weight of your dreams. The ones who achieve extraordinary things are not the ones who had the easiest road. They're the ones who learn to walk through fire without losing themselves in the smoke. We live in a world obsessed with shortcuts. Everyone wants results, but no one wants resistance. Everyone wants success, but no one wants struggle. People say they want to grow, but the second discomfort shows up, they retreat back into safety. They talk about discipline, but they expect motivation to do the work for them. They talk about purpose, but they refuse the pain that purpose requires. The truth is brutal. If you expect life to be easy, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Because life doesn't reward the comfortable, it rewards the committed. Think about it. A muscle only grows when it's put under tension. The body only becomes stronger when it's pushed past its limits. Growth never happens in comfort, it happens in resistance. The same law applies to your mind, your business, your relationships, your dreams. Every great artist, every athlete, every visionary who ever changed the world has one thing in common. They accepted the pain. They didn't ask for less weight to carry, they built stronger shoulders to carry it. Look at nature itself. Diamonds are born under pressure. Gold is purified by fire. Trees grow stronger against the wind. Resistance is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally. Without it, you remain soft, untested, and average. And the truth is, average is easy. That's why it's crowded. But greatness demands more. It demands sacrifice. It demands struggle. It demands that you face the voice in your head that says, this is too hard, and you answer, good. That means I'm growing. The problem is, too many people believe that if life is hard, something must be wrong. They see challenges as signs of failure, when in reality, they're the proof of progress. The hardest days are the ones that shape your character, sharpen your focus, and reveal your strength. You can't become unstoppable without resistance. You can't build emotional armor in peace. The fire you hate today will forge the strength you'll need tomorrow. There will be moments where it feels like nothing is working. Times when you give everything and get nothing in return. That's where most people quit. They turn back just before the breakthrough. But those who keep going, who keep showing up despite the exhaustion, despite the doubt, those are the ones who cross the invisible line between mediocrity and mastery. Life's resistance is not trying to destroy you, it's trying to develop you. Imagine two versions of yourself. One chooses comfort, avoids risk, avoids failure, stays in the safe zone. The other chooses challenge, faces fear, embraces discomfort, steps into the unknown. Who do you think grows faster? Who do you think achieves more? Who do you think becomes someone truly extraordinary? It's obvious. The difference between those two versions isn't talent or luck. It's the willingness to endure resistance. Greatness has a cost, and that cost is discomfort. Every time you face something difficult, a rejection, a loss, a failure, life is giving you a chance to become better. You can choose to see it as an obstacle or as an opportunity. The easy road will always be there, but it leads nowhere. The hard road is narrow, steep, and painful, but it leads to everything you were born to be. So when resistance shows up, don't complain, lean into it. When life gets tough, don't ask for relief, ask for resilience. Every obstacle you conquer expands your capacity to handle the next one. Every storm you survive makes you wiser, tougher, and more focused. The people who rise to greatness aren't blessed with easier lives. They've simply learned to stop wishing for easy and start working through hard. Because resistance isn't punishment, it's preparation. Stop expecting life to hand you comfort. Start demanding from yourself the strength to face discomfort. That's where the real power is. That's where transformation begins. You won't become great by avoiding the weight of life. You become great by carrying it one step at a time until you realize the weight was never there to crush you, but to build you. Pain is the price of purpose. Those who endure become unstoppable. You can't talk about success without talking about pain. Every dream worth chasing will test you, break you, and demand something from you that comfort never could. The truth is, pain is not your enemy, it's your entrance fee. You pay for purpose with discomfort, struggle, and sacrifice. That's the price of doing something meaningful in a world where most people settle for easy. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who give up isn't talent. It's the willingness to suffer for something bigger than themselves. Every successful person you admire has a story filled with moments of deep pain. Athletes train through exhaustion. Artists face rejection. Entrepreneurs go broke before they rise. Behind every victory, there's a season of suffering that nobody clapped for. But that pain, that invisible struggle, is where strength is built. It's the gym of the soul. You don't grow from pleasure, you grow from pressure. You don't find purpose in comfort, you find it in chaos. Pain forces you to confront your limits. It shows you who you are when everything comfortable is stripped away. Most people run from that. They numb it with distractions, avoid it with excuses, or surrender to it with self-pity. But the ones who endure, the ones who look pain in the face and keep moving, they discover a power they never knew they had. Because when you stop fighting the pain and start learning from it, it becomes your teacher. It stops being punishment and becomes preparation. There's a reason why stories of triumph move us so deeply. Because deep down, we all know that the path to meaning runs through suffering. When you push through pain, you earn something no one can give you: pride. The pride of knowing you didn't quit when it would have been easier to stop. The pride of standing tall after being knocked down 100 times. That's what makes people unstoppable. Not their intelligence, not their luck, but their endurance. The truth is, pain refines your purpose. It burns away the fake reasons, the shallow motivations, and leaves only what truly matters. When you're in pain, you find out why you started, you remember what's at stake. And that clarity gives you power, the kind of power that keeps you moving when others freeze. Every time you endure, you're proving to yourself that you can. That's how confidence is built, not from compliments, but from conquering. So when life hurts, don't run from it. Recognize it for what it is, the process of becoming unstoppable. The ones who endure pain don't just survive it, they use it. They turn every wound into wisdom, every setback into strength. Pain is temporary, but purpose is permanent. Those who understand that truth stop avoiding the hard path. They walk it with fire in their eyes because they know that on the other side of pain lies everything they were born to do. Every failure hides a lesson that can change your destiny. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's the foundation of it. The greatest mistake people make is treating failure like a signal to stop, when in reality, it's a signal to learn, to adapt, to grow. Every time you fall short, life is showing you something you couldn't have seen from the top. It's not the failure itself that defines you, it's what you do after. The ones who rise the highest are the ones who have fallen the most, because they learned how to turn every setback into strategy. We've been conditioned to fear failure since childhood. We're taught to avoid mistakes, to stay safe, to protect our pride. But that conditioning kills progress. You can't master anything without failing repeatedly. Every skill, every business, every dream demands trial and error. Look at the people who have built legacies. They didn't get it right the first time. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Michael Jordan missed thousands of shots. Thomas Edison tested over 1,000 ways to make a light bulb before finding the one that worked. Failure wasn't their end, it was their education. Failure is feedback. It's information about what doesn't work so you can get closer to what does. But most people never see it that way. They take failure personally. They think it means they're not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough. That's the real tragedy, not the failure itself, but the way people interpret it. Failure doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're trying. It means you had the courage to step outside your comfort zone and chase something uncertain. The only people who never fail are the ones who never try. When you fail, you're being given an opportunity to grow faster than success ever could. Success makes you confident, failure makes you wise. Success makes you comfortable, failure makes you dangerous. It sharpens your instincts, builds resilience, and teaches humility. You start to realize that losing isn't the end, it's preparation for the next victory. Every time you fail, you're being trained for a higher level of success. You just have to be humble enough to learn and strong enough to continue. The truth is, failure is a mirror that reflects who you really are. Some people see failure and run. Others see failure and rebuild. The difference is mindset. When you start viewing failure as a lesson instead of a loss, you take away its power to hurt you. It stops being something to fear and becomes something to use. Every failure contains a seed, a hidden insight, a direction, a strength that, if understood, can change the entire course of your destiny. The only question is whether you find it or walk away before you do. Because in the end, failure isn't final. It's the teacher that prepares you for the success you're meant to live. The strongest people don't wait for motivation, they move even when it hurts. Motivation is temporary. It's like a spark, bright for a moment and gone the next. Discipline, on the other hand, is the fire that never goes out. The truth is, if you only act when you feel good, you'll never build anything great. Feelings come and go, but commitment must remain. The people who achieve extraordinary things aren't always inspired. They're consistent. They wake up tired, uninspired, even broken, but they move anyway. Because they've learned that progress isn't built on emotion, it's built on action. Waiting for motivation is the trap that kills dreams. You'll never always feel ready. You'll never always feel strong. The secret of champions is that they've learned to move without permission from their emotions. They don't need to feel like it. They've decided to do it. That's the difference between average and elite. The average person says, I'll start when I feel motivated. The elite say, I'll start now and motivation will catch up. Because the truth is, action creates motivation, not the other way around. When you move, your mind follows. When you start, your energy rises. Waiting kills momentum, moving builds it. Think of every great athlete, leader, or creator you admire. Do you think they're motivated every single day? No, they've just mastered the art of showing up no matter what. They understand that consistency beats inspiration. They train when it rains, they work when it hurts, they push when it's painful. Because they know that discipline is the bridge between dreams and results. And every time they move through pain, they prove to themselves that they're stronger than their excuses. Pain is not a signal to stop, it's a sign that you're growing. The strongest people use pain as fuel. They understand that discomfort is part of the process. They don't run from it, they run with it. Every rep in the gym, every failure in business, every rejection in life, it all builds mental muscle. Each act of discipline rewires your brain to rely less on emotion and more on purpose. That's how you build inner strength, by doing what's necessary even when it hurts like hell. You can't wait for motivation to come save you. It's unreliable. Some days you'll wake up inspired, but most days you won't. That's life. And if you depend on feeling good to take action, you'll lose every time. The strongest people don't negotiate with pain, they embrace it. They've learned that progress is built in silence, in the moments no one sees, in the days when everything in them says stop, and they move anyway. That's how empires are built. That's how champions are made. Because when you move through pain, you stop being a prisoner of your emotions and become the master of your destiny.